Hello, hello.
You hear me? You can hear me?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Let me get my headphones so that I can speak
No.
and you can hear me
Why?
better.
No need. Your voice is very loud here.
Okay, hang on, let me get my headphones.
Dito gani bungol. Asa ka wala ka nanonood? Sa nanonood kanina pa sabi niya malay tapos ngayon nag-ina. Ang daming ano. Ano ba to? Visit mo. High blood ako sa iyo. Alam niyo mag-live na ngayon kanya kukunin. Kasi nga naligo pa niya nagpabango. Tapos sabi pa mag-live na ngayon kita mo sarap sarap so, sarap saksakin.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you clear. I thought
Okay.
you already. How about me? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Alarm mo.
Yeah.
Nag-alarm ka pa hindi ka man natutulog. Alex, why you have alarm?
Okay.
You did not sleep. Why you have alarm?
No, no, I slept some. I didn't sleep that good last night, but I slept
Hi,
some.
welcome to
Hindi ako madinig masyado. Hindi ako madinig masyado.
Hello.
Hey, wait. My voice in the live is not really clear. It's not
Okay.
very loud. But your voice is very loud.
Okay. So I should whisper.
What? No, no, it's okay.
You want me to whisper? Okay. All right. So, we can talk about many different topics today. Is there anything specific that you have in mind?
Just talk, Alex. I will send the hello everyone. I will send the message that they will subscribe.
Hey, hey, let me see. Darling, put your headset on so that we can hear you better. Last time you had to speak louder. So
I did not
where's your
bring the
headset?
headset here downstairs. I did not bring here downstairs.
Okay, so next time you do a live, remember to bring a headset with you so that you can be heard. We can hear you better. Okay.
But I can hear you clear here. I don't know why you can't hear me.
I told you need a headset next time. That's what you need to do so we
Okay.
can hear you better.
Okay. Ay, manood ka dyan. Mag-i-comment ka. Okay.
Okay, so since some people in the world, when they start off their day, okay, one of the things they do is they need something called a stimulant. Okay. And what most people do for a stimulant is they drink what first thing in the morning when they wake up? They drink something called coffee,
Coffee?
right? They drink coffee, right?
Mm.
And more of these self conscious people, they drink something called herbal tea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like I I stopped drinking coffee well over 20 years ago. Okay. And you might wonder, why would you give up coffee that many years ago? Well, back in my 20s, I used to drink about a pot of coffee a day. I would even put milk or cream along with sugar back in those days. And I love my coffee. I love the smell of it, and it gets me
Yeah.
started in the morning, right? It puts a smile to your face the minute you can start your coffee
Yeah. That's true.
during the day, early in the morning. Okay. The problem was, after a while of doing that, I had to go visit the doctor because I told him I had a hard time sleeping. So after conversation, and he asked me several questions, he asked me about coffee. And so I told the doctor, yes, of course I drink coffee. I love my coffee. And he says, well, how much coffee do you drink? I told him about a pot a day, which is about 4 or 5 cups
Oh my God, you drink too much.
during the day, right? Because I love my coffee. Most people like their coffee, right? And they need that little punch during the day to keep it moving, right? And so he told me, listen, he said, young man, if you want better quality sleep, just bring it down to 1 cup a day. Better yet, it's even better if you give up coffee altogether. And then he had me put my hands up like this, right? Well,
Yeah.
back in those days, when I put my hand up like this, what would happen? I would do this. My hand would be shaking.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I'm going, what the hell? So he says, what you want to do is you want to wean yourself down from coffee. What you do, if you're drinking 4 or 5 cups during the day, go down to 4 1 day, and then another day go down to 3, and then another week go down to 2 cups, and then and then down to 1, and then bring it down to decaf. Okay, even though the name of the coffee is decaf, it's decaffeinated, it still has something called caffeine in it, even though it's decaffeinated, and
Yeah.
most people don't know that. Okay, so I started drinking decaf coffee for another week or so, and then eventually, after I don't know 3 4 weeks, a month, when I finally slowly came off coffee,
Mm-hmm.
I gave up coffee. Well, that was well over 20 years ago, probably close to 25 years ago. Okay, and so I remember this, that if I miss my cup of coffee or 4 cups of coffee on certain days because I'm busy doing something else, you know what would happen to me? I would get headaches. And the doctor explained that when you don't drink your coffee, and if you're a regular coffee drinker, the reason why you're getting headaches is because you're not getting what's called the caffeine fix. And if you research caffeine, caffeine is an addictive drug. It's in the coffee. It doesn't matter if you drink coffee black or you drink it with milk or sugar, the caffeine is still in the coffee. Okay? And so when you drink multiple cups of coffee, especially like I was doing, you get massive withdrawal headaches if you missed a day without coffee. And I made a conscious choice that I wanted better sleep at night, and I didn't want any drugs like caffeine controlling my state of mind or mood. Okay? So that's the reason why I gave up coffee well over 25 years ago. And you know what has happened since then?
What?
In 25 years, I may have had maybe 3 headaches, and that's because I'm not drinking enough water. Okay? So I very rarely ever get any headaches anymore. Okay. So now that explains why I don't drink coffee anymore. So now when I drink in the morning, if I want something hot, I drink herbal tea.
Oh.
Okay. And herbal tea has nutrients in it that's good for the body. Okay. You can drink, you can start off with green tea. Green tea has very minimal. caffeine in it. Okay. But the other tea, when you buy them, then it says herbal tea and it says no caffeine. Okay. So that's the reason why for that. Okay. Now I want to touch on something else. It has become popular now for the last 10 years or more. They're called energy drinks. Okay.
Like
Uh,
Cobra,
like
Sting.
like red in the United States, there's something called Red Bull. People have been
Oh.
drinking Red Bull.
In
Okay.
Philippines, there's a lot Sting or Cobra. Yeah.
Okay. And so um, they drink this energy drink. They have no idea that if you research what's inside energy drink, yes, it gives you energy. Your energy goes way up. It shoots your energy up, right? Because it's loaded with sugar. But then after a while, you cannot sustain that energy and your energy crashes. Okay. And energy drinks are not good for your heart. Okay. All that sugar goes into your bloodstream from the energy drinks and it wakes up your brain really fast and it shoots your sugar up, but then it crashes you later. So now you have to reach for another, you grab for another energy drink. So it's a bad cycle to be in. And then what's even worse is some people give their small little children energy drinks. And what happens when you give children energy drinks? They're bouncing all over the place in the wall. Okay? Now you got hyperactive children. They want to fight. They want to do all kinds of crazy things, jump around like crazy, acting really silly because they don't know what to do with all that surge of energy. Okay? And so you don't ever want to give energy drinks to kids. Never let them drink that stuff. Okay? Okay. And so the so I don't recommend coffee anymore. And if you do drink coffee still from time to time, drink decaffeinated coffee if you want something hot, or just go straight to herbal tea if you want to be better, if you want to be in better health. Okay, and then uh, I would not recommend energy drinks because I just gave you the reasons. If you look at all, if you look at the ingredients on the side of the can or the bottle of energy drinks, okay, it also has all kinds of names that you cannot even pronounce because they're not made for human consumption.
Oh.
They add all these additives in there that makes you addicted to these energy drinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like soft drinks.
Yes, that's another thing I'm going to go ahead and mention last in this topic. Is should you drink soft drink? Okay.
Like today.
So what do you think, Dolly? What do you think about that? And then we'll go over that subject in a minute. Should
What?
should people drink soft drinks?
No, I recommend no also. If they can avoid it, they need to avoid. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good.
Water is better.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. But some people say, oh, I can't stand the taste of water. Some people actually say that I can't stand the taste of water. But the
Because they
most
already used to drink
hydrating drink,
because they already used to drink soft drinks. That's why.
yes, but the most hydrating drink that will stop that thirst is water. Okay. The next best thing you can drink than water is natural coconut water from the tree, not the kind that's been packaged and put in the grocery store. So if you're from the Philippines or you're from Thailand, they have lots of coconut trees. So take that coconut tree, crack that open, drink the juice, the coconut water, and then drink, and also eat the coconut meat inside, the white coconut meat inside. That's very good for you. It has a lot of healthy nutrients and vitamins inside the coconut, the gel inside. Okay, so now let's go to soft drinks. Okay, so wow, I'm looking at the live here. There's not that many people on here, so they're missing this content, which is really valuable, right? It's good for parents. It's good for any adult, and yet for some reason, I think the other day you and I were talking about it. That right around this time in the morning, like around 8 p.m. my time or 2 or 3 p.m. your time, there's a lot of people on the live. But today they're not here yet. We're not catching them. But you know what? It will slowly catch them. That if we set a specific time every single day that we'll go live, then they can count on that, and then you'll start to have more and more following.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about soft drinks. Okay, I remember when I was young in the Philippines, they used to have this drink, this soft drink called RC Cola. Have you ever heard of it? Is it still around in the Philippines,
Yeah.
Sally? RC Cola still around? Okay. Well, RC Cola doesn't exist.
In Manila, I think they have still RC.
Okay. So they don't have that in the United States. Okay. And the circulation of RC Cola is not around anymore. Now you have Pepsi Cola, you have Diet Coke, you have regular Coke,
Mm.
Mellow Yellow. Now you have Jolt, you know, and you got all kinds of different sodas now.
Yeah.
Orange soda, Fanta, right?
Yeah.
Those are all the popular soft drinks these days. Okay.
Mountain Dew.
Yep, Mountain Dew. That is loaded. That's what a Mountain Dew has more sugar in it than Pepsi Cola
Yeah, because Mountain Dew
or
is
Coke.
bigger than them.
Okay.
Because Mountain Dew
So
is bigger than
Mountain
them.
Dew is loaded with sugar. And guess what? What do we give that we like to give our children these days? Soda. Okay. Kids should not be drinking soda whatsoever. Okay. And I'm about to tell you a shocking truth. Okay. And maybe we can talk about it more one day. The reason why you don't want to give kids soda because it's full of sugar. Now I'm gonna mention this real quick. How many parents today would wake up their children and give them at breakfast time or lunchtime something called cocaine? You know what cocaine is? It's that drug you snort in your nose, right? It's expensive. You go to jail for it. If you get caught, you know, if you have cocaine in your possession, it's illegal. Okay. What if I told you that white sugar in the sodas, in the pies, in the ice cream, all those things should be illegal. And you're thinking, what? Are you crazy, Alex? Those are good things for you, right? The cakes, the pies, the ice cream, right? The muffins. Well, I'm gonna tell you, they're all full of sugar. Anybody who's ever made cake, they have to take white sugar and put it in the cake. Okay? Let me tell you something about white sugar, how closely related it is to cocaine. Okay. The difference between white sugar and cocaine is almost exactly the same.
Oh,
Okay? The
okay,
difference
wait.
is,
Just talk, okay? I will go inside. Just talk here, okay?
okay, and the difference is cocaine has something called nitrogen. Okay? Sugar does not. But all the chemical compounds in sugar and cocaine are very similar. They're both very, very addictive to the human body. Okay? So if you take white sugar and you put nitrogen in it, now that sugar turns into cocaine. Pretty much. It's very, very closely similar together. And yet, how many people every single year when they celebrate their birthday or when they have Halloween in the United States, they load their kids full of candy, and those candies are full of sugar. Okay. Now we can dedicate another talk at a different time on the sugar and how addicting it is to the body. Okay. And the reason why it's legal is because the sugar lobbyists, those are the people that speak in Washington, D.C., and they give them a lot of money to make these things legal. Okay? It's the sugar industry. And they know that these sugars have addictive properties. They have scientists that develops all these various kinds of candy so it's more addictive so that you buy more candy. And let me tell you something about sugar. Sugar is highly acidic to the body. And you know why your doctor tells you got to be careful when you drink, when you are eating lots of candy or sugar or whatever? Because the acidic part of the candy, the sugar in the candy, it has acid in it, very acidic. When you put that in your teeth or your mouth when you're eating sugar or candy or the soda, it takes away the film in your teeth, and it's the acid in the sugar starts breaking down the enamel on the top of your teeth, what they call skin of the teeth, and now what happens to it is that the sugar puts cavities, puts holes in your teeth. Now you have to go to the dentist because of the acid state of all those sugars in the cakes, the pies, the candies, the soda. When you combine all of that, okay, it starts taking away the quality of your teeth starts to suffer. Now you have cavities. And if you keep going, now it goes into what is called a periodontal disease in your gums. And your gums start to easily bleed. Okay? So that's the reason why you don't want to give all this sugar to your children or grandkids. And we think what was happening is, oh, we love our kids, so
Yeah.
let's give them candy. Or
Wow.
or it's their birthday. What happens? Let's celebrate with a cake or pies and ice cream, right?
Yeah.
It's the fun thing to do,
Di mo naman nakikita.
but it's not the most
Hi,
healthiest thing to
Jeff.
do. Okay. I see there in the comment, I see
Takingon.
Jeff says it's called processed food, and that is correct.
Mayo
Okay.
na naman. Parang wala na.
You want to minimize something called processed
Hello,
food.
followers. Ivy, Jeff.
Okay.
What?
So that's the reason why you don't want to do these things, even though they're legal. They should not. If people understood the gravity of what I'm saying, they would make these things illegal,
Ano in order nila?
and sugar would not be openly consumed to the public. And yet,
Basta niya sa hello.
all over the world,
Pagod na ako.
everybody likes soda. Everybody likes candy. Everybody likes ice cream, right? And they're saying, Alex, you're a party pooper. Well, you're right. I am a party pooper when it comes to that area. But you know what? I've had my fill of candy and ice cream and cake and all these different things since I went to college nutrition in Cornell University, and listened to all these doctors
Nutritionist na siya doon?
and learned all these things and spent thousands of dollars and learning about these things. Now I'm giving it to you for free on this channel. Okay.
Mayroon doon ko.
But your average YouTuber is not going to talk about things like this because they don't know. They don't have the education to explain the specifics, the breakdowns of the chemicals found in the foods and the drinks that you consume. Okay. And so, things like these, when it comes to the quality of living, really do matter. Okay. So, when it's time to put our children to bed at night,
Gani ka
and
to.
if you give them a ice cream pop or what they call like ice cream bars,
Kaya yung gusto niya?
like something called a fat boy,
Ano yung gusto niya? Ha?
you're gonna have a hell of a time trying to put that kid to sleep
Wala.
because they're used to their sugar intake, and now you're giving them all the sugar surge of energy, and then they're bouncing all over the walls and they get hyper. So don't give your kids sugar before they go to bed.
Ano kasi hyper ka?
Don't be giving them milk at nighttime before they go to bed.
Gusto niya yaan siya magsalita ba?
Milk is loaded with sugar and hormones and all kinds of different things. And like I mentioned the other day, even though the commercials, and for
Madilim ni ano.
40, 50, 60 years more now, they've been saying
Dumi-dumi ni.
milk does the body good.
Nag-ano ka pa?
It does not. It puts holes in your bones, okay?
Hindi na ko nito.
And it has all these
Ano?
pesticides
Ano
built
yung
into
ano
them.
namin? Hindi.
It has hormones from the cows built into them,
Kasi tinanong lang kanina si Bea.
right? And guess what? When you start taking dairy products, right?
Correct?
And according to some doctors, it also affects the fertility of women. So if you have plans on having children down the road,
Sutong isa.
guess what happens? If you eat a lot of cheese, if you eat a lot of milk, eat a lot of ice cream, you might have problems
The most of
having
processed foods
children.
in America.
Okay? That's why it affects fertility. And some people say, is he nuts? Well, guess what? Of course, it sounds crazy, right? It sounds kind of nutty until you learn specifically in these fancy schools called Ivy League colleges, right? Like Hopkins University,
Wala na nanonood kasi
right?
importante yan.
University of Pennsylvania School of Nutrition.
Ikaw nanood ba pangatlo?
All these things, these are the top scientists that can tell you if you pay extra money these truths that's not openly available in the public. Okay? So if you Google this, right? Because Google is free,
Wala siya kulit.
it may not always tell you the truth. Not everything you read on the internet has truth in it
Highly
just because it says
classified.
it in there. Okay,
What do you mean,
so
Jeff?
that's the reality of it.
Hindi ka naman
Okay,
sila madinig maglapit ka.
so I'm telling you,
What do you
when
mean,
it
Jeff?
comes to those things, don't give them sugar, white sugar. Don't give them soda, no energy drinks, no coffee. They're all not good for you. Okay,
Kailangan hindi
so
mag-introduce sa mga
that's really the bottom line. Okay, so um, since there's only two people here, it's not really benefiting a whole lot unless they watch or rewatch. Until they discover me speaking on here, right?
maasim na to.
Then it's not helping too many people right now. So if we could somehow find a
Hindi
way
man galing
to
dalawa.
speak when there's people on here, then it covers more people, and then they can invite their friends as they get the quality information that they're getting now. Because you know what? This information normally is not available to the public, okay? Because most people do not speak like this, okay? That is what makes this channel different
Sumarap ka sa kanya. Para magkabuhat
because
na ba?
you're getting the hard truth that hardly anyone ever speaks about, okay? Because they do not teach this in regular colleges. They don't, okay? And let me tell you something else.
Kasi mamaya
Your medical doctor that you go to,
ayun mo na
at
Ayun mo
best,
na walang
at
signal.
best, has the best schools that the medical doctors go to. They give them only 8 hours of nutrition classes. 8 hours. That's it.
Hindi sila papayag.
That is why the doctors cannot talk about nutrition on their practice because they are not licensed to talk about nutrition. They are licensed to practice medicine by giving you surgery or prescription drugs. That is it. That is what they're trained to do.
Ngayon pa lang ba ako naya ni
They
Kuya?
look at what they call the doctor's medical handbook. They look at your disease
Feeling
and
ko.
what happens next? And they give you a pill, a prescription drugs, right? And they think you're going to get better. But your ailment did not occur because of a deficiency of drugs.
Dahil paano
So drugs is not the answer to the problem. You have to get to the root cause of the problem. And medical doctors, guess what? They do not get to the root cause of the problem.
kami tulog kami.
That is the reason why I did not want to go to medical school because they only do emergency care. That's it, not healthcare. Okay? And so that's the reality of it. Okay? So, guys, that's pretty much the content I'm going to be talking about today.
The
Okay?
bullshit out of the
And
box.
I'm going to say something else. In this live or in the future lives, we will make sure that we have clean language on
Why
here.
so mean,
Okay?
Jeff?
Have the clean language on here and be respectful to all parties. Because even though you may talk like that in your household and in your among circle of friends, there are people out there that exist that do not want to hear foul language because they go to church or they're devout Christians of some kind, and so now it offends them if they're my audience. Okay, so please, out of respect, just keep it lit, keep it clean for everybody. There are ladies in this room that also don't want to hear foul language. Okay, I know that Dolly is a lady. So if we could keep the language clean in the comments, I would greatly appreciate that. Okay, because the last thing that I want to do to you is put you in a timeout, or eventually, if that keeps this happening, then you will be hidden. But I'm just giving you the warning now out of respect for everybody, because there's no need to put any in timeout whatsoever. Just comply to the rules that we're asking you to do in this channel, please. Okay? I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And so that's my basic content today. Okay? As powerful as this information is that if you actually implement the things that I'm talking about, if you have the discipline to minimize the sugar in your life, the soda, the coffee, all those different things, it will automatically change the
So my
quality of your life.
this is the boss.
Okay, you have no idea what the impact is going to have if you actually start doing those things, because it's going to change the mood and the energy of your children if you just stop those things or at least minimize them to 1 or 2 days a week until eventually you can give them up. Eventually, you know, Rome was not built overnight, as they say. Okay, you have to gradually do things slowly. Okay, you don't want to put your body into a shock to withdraw from these things, automatically. Just do it slowly. Wean yourself away from these things slowly. Okay, and then over time you're going to see the difference of energy that you have in your body. We'll talk about other things later on. Okay, maybe we can talk about in the future friendships. What is true friendship? What is the mark of a true friendship? Because everybody wants
Don't
friends.
chix me out of the I'm easy.
Okay, okay. So I see Jeff. I see your comment there. I appreciate it. We're not going to kick you out. You're welcome to come to this channel. Just be clean about it. Okay, you're going to be okay. So believe me, even Jeff right now, Jeff is a smart guy.
I
He likes to
know,
use
thank you.
big words. Okay, Jeff likes to use big words. He's a smart guy.
Okay, okay,
He's
focus.
got a good English command. He's got a good command of the English language. And so I don't use big words like Jeff does, because I made a choice a long time ago that if I speak to the public, I'm doing right now, the more simple you speak to the common person, the more people will understand you, right? I don't need to speak at the PhD level, even though I have medical background information, right? And I studied a lot of things in medical school, but I do not choose to use those language because it's only going to confuse the public. Okay, so that's why I speak in simpler terms. I speak from like third grade to seventh grade level, basically. That's the average person has that level of education, so therefore they'll be able to relate to me. That's the reason why I speak in simpler terms. Okay, and so that's it. And like I mentioned the other day, Einstein, one of the smartest person in the world, said, "The more you make complicated things more
Alex, I think
simpler,
you have 1 hour.
it's considered genius." Well, today I don't think I'm going to speak 1 hour, but thank you. Okay, but see, but Jeff already recognizes the value of what I'm saying. Okay, and as smart as he is, he's starting to see the crucial reality of what I'm saying, even though reality hurts. Okay, who wants to
4
hear
minutes na lang para mag-start. 160.
that sugar is destroying our future generation,
I grew
our
up.
children, right? That it's hurting them. And so all of a sudden,
I grew up in
this is not a popular message, but it is a truthful message. I made a decision long time ago. Always tell the truth. Okay? Even when it hurts, even when it's not popular, even when you might hurt your own friends, because it's the truth. But the truth is still the truth. You cannot run away from the truth. Okay.
You have 30
I'm
minutes
trying to
left,
think of the.
Alex, okay?
Okay. There is the. I'm trying to remember who the guy was. And I thought it was Winston Churchill. He was the Prime Minister of England. Okay. During World War II, he saved Europe when he got the necessary military powers and assistance from the Allies to overthrow Hitler and the Nazis of Germany at that time.
Oo nga.
And he said
Hindi
this.
ka magsalita. Yawa kay oo nga, nakita
He
ko.
says, "The truth
Huwag ka muna
is
tumawa.
the truth. It's incontrovertible. Nevertheless, you can try to change the truth, but in the end, the truth is still the truth." And that's reality. And when I speak in this channel moving forward, you're always only going to get the truth. Okay? And so I see that Jeff is right. There are strong lobbyists that go to Washington, D.C.
White House with
They are
pharmaceutical
called the sugar
lobbyist.
lobbyists. We talked about these things about food policy in Cornell University, where a lawyer came on the camera
Oh my god.
and talked about how food policy is being made in Washington, D.C., and all these lobbyists are there in Washington, D.C., making what food policy, and they influence strongly two organizations, the American Medical Association, the Cancers Organization. They influence the FDA highly. That's called in America the Federal Drugs Association.
Maayos din maayos
So the lobbyists are the ones controlling what ends up in your plate. Okay? And the pharmaceutical industry is highly strong, and that is the reason why they have millions and billions of dollars to pay the politicians to put all these things in your plate, even though it may not be necessarily good for you. But you know one thing? Marketing is very, very powerful. And in marketing, they say, drink milk, it does the body good. But I'm telling you, but if you study the true scientists, milk truly harms the body. Okay? And so they're not going to like me for talking openly about this because I'm not their fan because I used to comply to their rules. And guess what? I'm a rebel in that area. Okay? Remember I told you? The truth is always the truth. You cannot hide it.
Oh my god.
And that's it. Okay? So that's the content I'm covering now. And for just a couple of minutes before I go, does anybody else have a question? Whether it's Aya,
Tanong ka,
Dolly,
tanong ka.
anybody in the audience, this is the time to ask me a question now because you're getting this free information that ordinarily you would pay me privately a whole lot of money, but I'm not for hire. Okay? So I'm not available for hire. I'm not selling anything. I'm just here to help Dolly's channel to grow. And to those people who want to improve the quality of their lives,
If ako yung mag-ano,
that's what I'm helping. That is it. Okay? I don't have any course to sell you. I don't have any books to sell you. That's it. You're not gonna hear me sell anything here. That's it. Okay. So enjoy this while it lasts because Dolly is not monetized yet. Because later on, she's going to put this on a membership level. So in order for you to hear this stuff, you're gonna join her membership. Besides being subscribed, and pay for the content that I'm giving you, and I get nothing from that. Only Dolly gets that money. Okay, and so the Filipinos, when they work overseas,
magbabayad ng membership.
they call them OFWs. They don't make a whole lot of money. They need help, financial assistance. Okay,
Shit.
because what they're doing is they're supporting their families at
Tsaka wala
home,
akong kita. Pagod na pagod.
and they're not enjoying their families because they can't be with them. They're thousands of miles away from the Philippines working overseas, and it's hard on them. So anything that you can do to help these people to make more money by subscribing to the channel and then joining the membership to continue to receive this information.
Wow.
Okay?
Pwede
So
ba na
that's what I have to say about that.
may membership?
So does anybody else have a question?
Tapos siya makikita mo? Siya yung makikita niyo pag nagpa-member kayo. Magbayad daw ng $50.
Anybody else have a question? This is the time to ask me now before I go.
Magtanong ka na. Bago siya malis. Tanong ka na. Wala kayo tanong. Wala ko naintindihan. So, we need to drink
Hello,
water every day. Oh, ikaw na. Diyan. Ha? Sabihin mo
D.
kami ano every
Anybody have a
day.
question?
So much better water to drink. Ito, kausapin mo dito. food doesn't have all these chemicals. They are put into foods in
Okay.
America. It is
So I
actually
read a
illegal.
comment here. I agree exactly with Jeff is saying. We learned that in the nutrition school. In Europe, the things that they allow in America, the chemicals and the pesticides in the foods, they do not allow that in Europe. So their meats, their foods have a higher quality in Europe because they're not controlled by the FDA like they do in America. Okay? And so, but we're going to talk
It's
about that a
actually the
completely different
sodas that
time.
have all these chemicals that are put into foods in America. It is actually illegal.
That's true. Jeff is correct in that area. Okay? So anytime somebody makes sense and they're actually speaking truth, I will agree with them. I have no problem with that. So he's correct about that. But we can talk about some other things at different time. But that's pretty much what I've got to say today. We've been on here for about 46 minutes, and this is the last time. I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask a question, and then I'm going to go ahead and exit this live. Okay? Going once. No. We'll wait a couple of minutes to type in if they have any questions. I promise I'll answer that question. You may not like the answer, but I'm always going to tell you the truth. Okay. So we just a couple more minutes left, and then I'm going to go ahead and exit this live.
Kapagod na wala nga ako naintindihan eh.
You know, before that, before anybody asks me a question, I'm gonna tell you this. Some of the best books I have ever read is from the doctors in Europe. Okay, some of those doctors in Europe that have very different knowledge that, in my opinion, is very highly specialized knowledge in Europe that they learn.
Pagalitan tayo ni
The
YouTube na naman.
doctors in America has no clue because in Europe they're not as regulated
Doktor.
in the practice and how they practice medicine. In Europe, they have more freedom to practice medicine than they do in the United States. That's why they have a different kind of knowledge. And I have enjoyed many top doctors that are European doctors because I have learned so many things from them. Okay, so yes, that's my information on that. So I'm just that's the, okay. So I guess we don't have any more questions here. Okay, I have any question for me? Because since she's there,
We will drink a lot of water every day.
she drinks water every day.
We learn to drink a lot of water every day.
That's good. Water is your best friend.
Here.
Okay. However, we'll talk about water a different time because there's also different qualities of water in the way that you need to drink water
Ayan. Drink. Inom muna.
because
Inom din ako.
there's different qualities of water.
Sana all.
But we're not going to talk about that today.
Baka nung mayroon ka lang, natin pinag-intindihan.
Okay. Because long time ago, I temporarily sold water.
Ano mo na yun? Nagutom ako dyan.
Okay. And I used to use something called water testers. And I found out there are different
We will
grades
drink
in the quality of water.
water more. We will drink green tea now.
Okay. Green tea is a good start. That's way better than soda or any other
We
things.
are sleepy.
Okay. So that's good. So
No. I use
that's
colon absorption to hydrate. That's Jeff said.
okay. That's a whole nother topic. We 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 can I I can tell you I have studied the colon for so many hundreds of hours. I can tell you about the life of the colon. Okay, but that's a whole nother different topic. Maybe one day we'll talk about here about the condition, something called gout. If anybody has gout out there, we can talk about that. Another day we can talk about diabetes one time. Okay, there's so many different things that it may be temporarily free now, but I promise you, if you were to reverse those conditions long term for the rest of your life, it will save you hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So the membership that Dolly is probably going to charge later is nothing compared to the information that you're getting and the quality of information you're getting here. Okay, so that's it. It's the Help Dolly's channel. That's all. That's it. You cannot pay me enough for this stuff. Okay, and I am not for hire. And I'm not here to sell you anything. So that's the bottom line. So there's no more questions. And if that's the case, then I'm gonna go ahead and get off now. I've given you a couple minutes to ask a question. It didn't seem like there were any takers. That's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead. D, I don't know where you're at, but I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of here. Okay,
So much meat gives you.
D, Aya.
Hey, yay. We're going to
Okay,
eat. We'll
I'm
end
done
now.
speaking for the day. I am done speaking for the day.
Nine.
And thank you for comment.
Yeah,
And I
thank you so much.
appreciate some suggestions that people talked about in here. Keep coming to her channel. Pretty soon she's gonna be done with her watch
You
hours.
see comment. Wait. You see comment of Jeff. Too much meat gives you bit in gout. Bit gout.
That is true. What he said is also true.
Ina. So
Yes.
Jeff knows everything too.
Wow. I don't know Jeff's background. You usually
Congratulations, I'm mabuhay.
Thank you, Alex.
yes, Nabuhay, right.
Thank you, Jeff.
I
You're
I
very
I, I
welcome.
yeah, I don't know what Jeff's background is, but
Thank you,
he probably didn't
handsome.
go to
Thank
nutrition
you
school, but
very
he definitely knows
much.
some stuff. Okay, he definitely knows some stuff. Okay,
Show your
so
dimples. Show your
God
dimples and
bless
bye bye.
handsome. Bye-bye.
jeez, these women, are,
Handsome.
these people are getting crazy on me now. Okay,
Show your dimples and bye bye.
okay, bye bye, bye bye. Okay, I'm getting off now.
Bye.
All right.
Hi, Jeff. Don't say bad words.
I will hide you. Don't do
Don't do
anything.
that, huh?
Our boss will be mad.
Oh my God. Just yeah, I know. You're just kidding. Okay, we will say bye bye because we are tired now. Our my ears is very tired. Okay.
We need to bye-bye na because our lesson for today is done.
Bye, we're done, Tihaw. You're late. You did not listen the
Oh
radio.
my God, the Hawaii.
Bye.
Wow, you did not see, you did not learn today. Oh my God, you missed the lesson for today.
Yeah, I know we understand. Bye bye.